It is a big deal, especially at this time, in the Catholic Church especially. There's a lot of things that need to be discussed and changed.
It was a delightful experience, an experience that I wished had occurred much sooner. I entered into the first phase of the listening and dialogue process with much gratitude and anticipation.
I felt like I wasn't anyone special to have a say, but the point of the Plenary Council is just to get regular lay people to say what they feel.
I thought there was a chance for everybody to have a say.
I came together with others in a process of prayer, dialogue, guided by the Holy Spirit, and invited to speak boldly about our church and ask questions and voice my concern.
My grandma's in her 80s, my mum's in her 50s, and I'm in my 20s. So we're at really different points. When everyone else was younger, the church was at really different stages. So to hear their opinions on what they want or what they really like and what they really dislike, and then to have that discussion with them, and to know that throughout all those years now we finally get to discuss things that we like and dislike and all the changes that will be happening.
I think people being able to have a say is extremely important, because otherwise we're all going to feel like it's something that's done on high without any input from the parishes.
I walked in then a little bit unsure, uncertain about what might occur, but came out feeling a sense that I had my voice both heard and respected.
The Archdiocese got a big group of young people near the cathedral and literally just sat us down, got discussion going, and having that discussion process, especially with people of a similar age, made it 100% easier to say what we were feeling.
Wasn't as in agreement with where our small group was going, but I did feel at the end that everyone got a fair chance to say and put their views. Now, I did feel that we were heard and we were certainly listened to.
That I was able to share my story, that I was able to listen to the story of others, and then from that discern.
While I was in my discussion group, that's when I realised that I wanted to work for the church. So it was a great platform.
The teachings of the church need to go back to what Christ, where Christ was. Christ was a refugee. He was disowned by more people than he really had following. I think the refugees part of it is an extremely important part that the church will need to have a view on.
Well, I think it couldn't have come at a better time for obvious reasons, but also there's this new wave of young Catholic people who one day will be in charge of everything. There's this beautiful kind of balance that we can really do through this Plenary Council to introduce or reintroduce the beauty of tradition to young people, which would hopefully make them more comfortable within the church. I'm really honoured that I'm like alive for this, because this doesn't happen all the time.
When we had a summary, there were a whole variety of areas that people wanted to cover. My feeling going away was I was glad I wasn't trying to put it all together, and from all the parishes around Australia and schools and other areas, and trying to work out exactly where this is going to end up.
Always at the back of my mind was what next, and what's going to come of what we've discussed and discerned at this level. And our submission that came from the actual session will actually be heard by the bishops.